So I just wanted to make a little video just to make sure everyone really understood the assessment piece for this coming term. The outcome is the focus of our work for at least the first half of this semester. And so it's really important that we understand that this outcome booklet that's on the cover page and the start of our lessons, it's also on the research portal, that you know exactly what it is that you need to get out of this to be able to be successful for your outcome. So as the name suggests, the outcome is the place where all of your research and your answer will come out. You need to draw on your research folio and additional evidence as required to actually create some form of answer. So that could be through a pamphlet, a brochure, a PowerPoint, a website, oral, a report, an essay. There's literally no limits on this. What is really important is that you're staying up to date with the various assessment pieces, and that you know whether you're doing RPA or RPB, because RPA students will be producing 1,500 words, whereas RPB students will be producing 2,000 words. Aside from that, the marking standard is exactly the same. So if you know that time management is an issue for you and you're not doing RPA, I would strongly suggest that you're talking to me very soon so that we can have a chat about whether that might be a more appropriate option for you. I guess one of the things to be conscious of is that the outcome is marked on 3 performance standards, and these are very clear in what they're requiring. The first is that you must produce a resolution to the question. That means there must be an answer of some sort. Now, your answer might be that there is no clear answer. There's 5 answers, and depending on who you talk to, the answer might differ. That's still an answer. So that's really important that you talk about how it's not as simple as yes or no, or to a great extent or a limited extent. You actually need to talk about the fact that it might be more complex, or that there's a range of factors that can emerge. The second thing you're marked on is substantiation of key findings, and this means that you must have evidence, and as a general rule, you'll require 2 pieces of evidence per point that you make. So if you were to write a sentence that says the sky is blue, I would be expecting to see the website or book that gave you that information, supported by an interview or a survey or a photograph or an observation, an infographic, a TV a show, documentary, whatever it is that supports that. Less than 2 pieces of information means that your point has not been cross-checked, it is not considered as reliable, and therefore your finding is less valid. This will reduce your capacity to do well. The last thing is expression of ideas. You will be marked on spelling and grammar. You will be marked on being able to produce a coherent document. It means that your topic sentences and your paragraphs must be exceptionally clear, and it means that whatever format you choose to produce, you must think carefully about the way that you would produce that document. If you're going to produce a report, you will need a cover page, a contents page, you will need subheadings, you will need to label diagrams, you will need to make sure that everything flows. If you're doing an essay, you will need to have a clear argument that is referred to across a series of topic sentences. If you are doing a PowerPoint, then the expectation is that you would have pictures and you would have clear dot points, and you would be meeting a genre that is very different than if you were doing an essay. So it's really important you think about this before you embark on your piece. In terms of our timeline, we are working on planning until the holidays, and this is a check-in predominantly. It is essential because trying to write a 1,500 or 2,000 word piece is incredibly difficult. It's the longest piece that you will have had to have produced thus far, and as a Year 12 subject, we will have the strictest requirements for what you're being asked to actually produce. If you write it without a plan, it will be very clear that